Well, first up on the bulletin, let's get you a super exclusive of Times Now, because our channel has managed to access a massive exclusive which shows the Delhi blast from 4 CCTV angles. That's right, you can see them on your screens. The footage captures the moment of the explosion when it hit the suspect's car. This happened around 6:50 p.m. There was a bright flash. You can see that bright flash on your screens. It is visible as people started running around moments before the blast. What are these 4 CCTV camera visuals that we've managed to access? Let me go across to Hina Gambhir for more details. Hina.
That's right. We have accessed 4 different angles from 4 different CCTV cameras from Red Fort area, very close to this traffic signal where the blast took place. And these are the 4 different angles that we're talking about, Meghna. And if you look at the timestamp also here very carefully, it says 6:18:50:52, which means precisely at 6:51 p.m. was the time when the explosion really took place. Now, this is like a normal movement. This is how Red Fort area, the old Delhi area really is on a regular day. It was a Monday. Not many shops are open on that day, but still there is always a lot of traffic in that area. And this is exactly what we can see in these 3 CCTV videos that we have accessed. But if we look at this specific camera's angle, and this captures the exact moment of explosion. And let's go big screen, full screen into this particular camera, and what it really shows us. It shows the moment of the explosion, and this is what we have highlighted for our viewers. This sudden flash of yellow light that you are seeing in these visuals, it is actually the explosion that's happening. So there you can see the movement of vehicles, which is just like any other Monday in this area. You've got a lot of auto rickshaws, e-rickshaws, cars, two-wheelers, etc. This is how this place usually is every evening. Whether the market is open or not, it's always extremely crowded. And there you see the I-20 car. It is approaching the traffic signal, and that's the time, 6:50 p.m. and 51 seconds, which is around just before 6:51 p.m. in the evening. There is this explosion in this I-20 vehicle, which we've highlighted for our viewers. And this CCTV is going to be extremely important now for the agencies to also establish, what was really happening around that area, and of course, who was really inside it. And this is a Times Now mega exclusive where we have shown to our viewers the moments before the explosion and the moment the explosion happened, extremely close to Red Fort and an extremely busy area in the heart of Old Delhi.
Well, thank you so much, Hina, for getting us those details. However, do stay on with us, because as we piece together, it's almost like a jigsaw puzzle of terror. We are piecing together all the pieces. It now appears that agencies are on the path and tracking this very critical connection to all the different suspects. A man who's alleged to have acted as the recruiter and the radicalizer in chief for Jaish-e-Mohammed. Whom are we talking about? You can see that man on your screens. This is Maulvi Irfan. He was arrested from Shopian yesterday. But why is this Maulvi so very important? Well, Irfan is a former paramedical staff at the Government Medical College in Srinagar. He's alleged to have played a key role in radicalizing medical students, in targeting young minds who could have become successful doctors, who could have become healers. Instead, they became hateful bombers. Well, this man is the man who indoctrinated them. He hails from Shopian, an area which is known for a strong Jaish-e-Mohammed presence, and previously served as an imam in the city as well. Well, authorities say that he was arrested in connection with Jaish-e-Mohammed linked terror plot, and is alleged to have been central in the indoctrination and the recruitment activities of all these doctors that we are getting you the links of. Now, authorities allege that Maulana Irfan is linked to Dr. Muzammil Shakil, Dr. Shaheen Shahid, who was being used to build a women's Fidain unit of the Jaish-e-Mohammed in India. And she, remember, Dr. Shaheen allegedly was taking her orders directly from the sister of Masood Azhar, the chief of Jaish-e-Mohammed, who sits in Pakistan. Then, of course, you have the Maulvi being linked to Umar Nabi, who is the suspected suicide bomber who was inside that car, I-20, as it is suspected. Also, Muzammil Shakil. All of these people have been, remember, arrested. Muzammil Shakil has been arrested last month over Jaish-e-Mohammed posters. He works as a professor at the Al-Falah University, where he managed the emergency wing and teaches medical students. Investigators say that he also rented rooms in Faridabad, just 500 meters away from the university, to store explosives. In fact, let me go across to Hina. Hina, get us the details of how all these suspects now seem to be coming together in this nefarious web of terror.
Well, that's right. This jigsaw puzzle is getting solved, and the agencies are very, very close to actually reaching the mastermind of this entire white terror module that we are talking about. Remember, it all started with Dr. Adil, in fact, putting up posters of Jaish-e-Mohammed. That's when it all really started. And from one person to the other, the agencies have been getting hold of the people who were part of this radicalized network. Now, look at these people. All these people have got one thing in common. They are all doctors who are supposed to protect people. But here what we have seen is that these same doctors have become suicide bombers, have become so radicalized and indoctrinated that they did not even think twice before actually storing explosives. 2,900 kg of explosives, in fact, remember, were recovered from Dr. Muzammil Shakil's 2 rented accommodations. Now, it all starts with Maulvi Irfan. You were talking about Maulvi Irfan and, about him to our viewers. He served as an imam in Nogam, and he is seen as somebody who perhaps created this entire network. Of course, there could be more people involved. Otherwise, it's practically impossible for these 5-6 people to actually manage and transport 2,900 kg of explosives and perhaps much more from Jammu and Kashmir to parts of the national capital. So, there could be more people involved, but these are the people who have already been arrested. You've got Maulvi Irfan, then you've got Dr. Adil Ahmed Rathar, senior resident at GMC Anantnag. He was the one who was arrested first. His arrest led to the arrest of Dr. Muzammil Shakil, professor of Al-Falah University. By the way, these two were also together at GMC Anantnag. Then you've got Dr. Umar Nabi, who also was part of GMC Anantnag. So all these three, Dr. Adil, Dr. Muzammil, Dr. Umar, the suspected Fidai in this I-20 car, they all were together and they all were getting orders perhaps from Maulvi Irfan.
Right.
Then you have got Dr. Shaheen Shahid, who and Dr. Muzammil and Dr. Umar, all these three were working together in Al-Falah University. So questions clearly being asked today, were these actually universities or medical colleges or terror labs? Because just see how many doctors from these two places specifically are now coming out, and they are actually, it's come out that these were actually not doctors, but, demons, in fact, demons in the guise of doctors wearing white robes.
Right, you're absolutely right. They're supposed to be healers. That's the profession that they are in, to save lives, not take lives. Unfortunately, these are not people products of what many have called subjugation. These are educated people. These are people with doctor's degree who are meant to be healing people, who are part of this nefarious terror plot. Thank you so much, Hina, for breaking it all down for us.